What's going on, everyone? I am at Epcot today, and I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there that's celebrating. And I thought I would come here to Festival of the Holidays because, once again, if you watched the video last year, I spent Thanksgiving by myself because Taylor had to work. Same thing again this year. She is working and I'm here all by myself. So I thought I would come here, try out some of the holiday kitchens because I actually haven't done that yet, and neither has Taylor. But I think I'm probably going to try to end with, well, probably not because it's only in the middle, but at some point I'm going to have a Thanksgiving dinner or lunch in the American Adventure Pavilion because they have that more traditional, what is thought of as an American Thanksgiving meal. All right, so I have got the classic Canadian tortilla here in Canada. It is a traditional Quebec meat pie that combines ground pork, beef with potatoes, onions, and spices, and it's all enveloped in a rich, buttery, flaky pie crust.
Baked on a buttery, crispy crust. Flaky. I like flaky again.
I've never tried this before. It looks really good. It's served with what is called a Canadian ketchup. It looks really good. I think traditionally, if you were to get this from somebody who makes this, it is actually made like a pie in a pie crust. Looks good. Try some of this Canadian ketchup. I would recommend you try this before you actually dip it in the ketchup. The ketchup is really, really sweet, which I think kind of overwhelms this dish. But it's a pretty good combination of flavors. There's not like an overwhelming flavor of pork or beef. They mix very well together. And you don't have like a lot of large onion chunks. The onions are chopped up pretty finely. I think that the crust, though, is a little bit too thick on the bottom for these, but overall it's still a pretty good dish. Now, they don't tell you what actual spices they actually put in here, but it's not, I was kind of expecting to be a little bit more salty, I think. Pork, I think, here is usually a little bit saltier, but it's actually very good. All right, so another new thing that they have this year, a little bit different. It's a nice little new addition, I think. What is called the Holiday Cookie Stroll. All right, so the back of the book actually lists the 5 locations where you can get the cookies at. I am starting at number 5, which is here in Canada, and it is the gold chocolate chip cookie. It looks like your standard chocolate chip cookie, except they put some like gold flakes, little sprinkles on it that look like snowflakes, and then some chocolate. It's a good chocolate chip cookie. It was $2. It basically tastes like the ones that you would get out of like the little wrappers. So it doesn't actually taste like they home make them. These actually already taste like they're pre-made, but so good. Moving on. All right, now I'm hanging out the Lateen Holiday Kitchen. It's between Morocco and France, and I've got 2 different things. And I've got the black and white cookie and the pastrami on rye, which is served with house-made pickles and a deli mustard. So you can see they serve with this huge sweet pickle. It's actually not that sweet, actually more sour, a little bit of bite. I've got to say that I've never been a huge fan of pastrami sandwiches, but this looks pretty good. So there's a nice saltiness to the pastrami, but the pastrami is also very warm, so this is a nice warm sandwich. And then the mustard on top just adds another complexity to the flavoring. It's very good. The mustard is like a ground mustard. This is definitely something that I would come back and get again. All right, next I have got the black and white cookie, which they don't really describe what it is. It's basically just a cookie. I'm guessing chocolate icing on one side and vanilla on the other. Definitely not a flavor of, or a favorite of mine. The cookie is very dense, it's very thick, and I don't really like the chocolate side. The vanilla side's better. I think it's a little bit too thick of a cookie for me. It's too much like bread and not really like a genuine cookie, but So I am now at the Holiday Kitchen here in the American Adventure Pavilion. I do have a little bit of a crowd on the other side of the camera. I'm sharing a table with them, and they're very nice and very gracious. They're gonna watch me while I do my thing. So if you guys watched the video last year, I came and got this, and it was like my $5 Thanksgiving dinner because Taylor had to work, and so I spent Thanksgiving basically by myself. Same thing again this year, so I thought I'd come back and do it again. Really good to know is that it has not changed in price at all. This is still $5.50. I'm pretty sure it was $5.50 last year. 2 decently sized portions of turkey. You've got mashed potatoes underneath with a little bit of stuffing underneath there. One thing I will say, the cranberry sauce again is on top of the gravy, which is not that great. I don't like that. But what's different this year is that they actually took the stuffing and made it into like a pancake, which isn't like that much different other than it just has a little bit of a different consistency and it's a little bit drier, I think. There's enough gravy here that you can kind of move it around, get everything nice and covered in gravy. It just makes it a little bit easier to eat, I guess. A little more enjoyable. The turkey is actually pretty good too. It is not dry, which is really nice. Just keep in mind that they are always going through and like producing this stuff in mass. So sometimes, things will come out dry or subpar to like maybe what you might expect. But I would have to say it's pretty good. I would definitely come back and get this again at some point. I mean, we will, because Taylor still has to come here and try food.
Hey, what's up? Hey guys.
Thanks for being an audience. Have fun, guys. All right, so after that, I have got what is called the green and white cookie. It's literally just a sugar cookie with a icing that they drizzled over top with green, white, and red sprinkles. This one is actually a little bit warmer, so it's a little bit softer, a little more doughy, and not as sugary as what I would expect from an actual sugar cookie. So I think there's actually some sugar missing in there, but it's not bad. All right, so I have had a lot to eat so far, stopping at 3 booths, and the portion sizes are actually very large. I'm here in Germany. I have skipped food. I've only gotten what is called the peppermint sugar cookie. This is literally the exact same cookie that there was in the American Adventure Pavilion, except it has peppermint sprinkles on it with maybe a slightly different icing. One thing to note is that here in Germany, they have probably one of the best dishes of the entire Festival of the Holidays, which is the cheese fondue in a bread bowl. It's served with potatoes and cheese fondue. It's amazing. I didn't get it. I'm gonna come back and get it again. I'm way too full to eat it today. Now, obviously, take everything that I say with a grain of salt here, but this cookie is a poor cookie. It's very dry. It's not like very soft, which is very disappointing. It's still a good combination of cookie and peppermint, which is nice. Moving on, I've got 1 cookie left. It is at the Three Kings Festival booth, which is right as you come into World Showcase. And then I've got to find out where I get the actual secret 6th cookie that they give you for free. So last stop is the Feast of the Three Kings, which is the red and green chocolate chip cookie. It's really just red and green sprinkles with some like chocolate icing on it. It's a good cookie. However, it's pretty much like the first one that I had, only that it has red and green sprinkles on it and chocolate drizzled over it. I think this would be like kind of like a cool activity for kids maybe. It's something that like if parents want to go around and get maybe like specific alcoholic beverages at each of the different kitchens. This is something that like kids can feel like they're participating in because they're getting a cookie, they're getting their book stamped, and at the end, you don't have to do it in the same day, but at the end before you leave, you can go get your special cookie, which I'm going to go do next. I've literally eaten so much, I don't even really want to go get this cookie, but for the sake of the vlog, I'm going to. All right, let me just state, so to get this special completer cookie, you have to spend $10 while walking around World Showcase to get your cookie, right? So you get 5 cookies, they're $2 each, taxes included, which is really nice, so it is just a straight $10. The big reveal. Let me know in the comments below your feelings about this cookie. For placement, here's my hand. So I was actually expecting a lot more, and which, I don't know, I think I've been here long enough and I've done enough of these things that I should have expected this to be exactly what it is, which is a tiny little cookie. Yeah, I was expecting like the big, you know, sugar or chocolate chip Mickeys that they sell like behind the counter. Like that's what I was expecting. This was in no way that. It's super small. I will say, however, it does come with a Fairlife little bottle of milk. I don't drink milk. I hate milk. I think it's gross and disgusting, and I don't know what to do with it. So I either have to find somebody to give it to, which is really weird.
Great shot.
That cookie couldn't be any more disappointing. It's super bland. There's no like sweetness to it. It literally just tastes like they like took some dough, laid it out, cut it into a Mickey shape, cooked it, and then just put chocolate on top of it. It's literally the worst thing in the world. So I highly recommend that you at least check out the $2 cookies that they serve around the World Showcase. I would not even bother coming back up to get that. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys have been here to the Festival of the Holidays, what are you looking forward to? What are you looking forward to checking out? We will be back again to check out more of what there is. If you guys don't know, they have holiday celebrations around each country that kind of, they kind of do their own thing of what they celebrate around the year, because not everybody celebrates Christmas. Not everybody necessarily celebrates New Year's the same way that we do here in the United States. So, yeah, so let us know down in the comments below what you think and what you're looking forward to.